Hey, what is up guys? Kita Rock here, welcome back to another Zenless Zone 0 video. Alright, today's video we're going to be talking about Ellen Jo. Alright, so I think she's by far the strongest character in the game at launch. Now let's talk about how to efficiently build her. And of course, I'm going to give you guys her best weapon, her best build, if you are a paying player or even if you are a free-to-play player. Now before that, if you guys are not aware, today Zenless Zone 0 just reached 50 million downloads. Now every player will be getting a free additional 1600 polychromes. That's what you need to pull for the characters, right? So if you go to your mailbox, if you guys are not aware, just go right here, go to more, go to your mailbox. It's right here, 1600. That is insane. So that means it's going to make much more easier for you to get Ellen Jo if you guys are looking forward to her. Also, I'll appreciate it if you guys can download Zenless Zone 0 using my link in the description below or pin in the comment. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. Now, Ellen Jo is an ice attacker character. She belongs to the Victoria Housekeeping faction, and she's currently available in a limited time banner, the Mellow Wave Ride, as you can see, alongside with Anton and Soukaku. Now, being an ice type damage dealer, or attacker rather, she has a lot of ability to basically synergize with other ice type characters as well. Now Ellen Jo's basic attack is going to be pretty straightforward. She does 3 attacks consecutively which are physical, but if you are entering a different stat altogether, which is while the flash freeze is active, she's going to be dealing ice damage instead. Now as you can see, Ellen Jo's basic attack is going to deal physical damage. How you want to tell if it's physical or not? You can see the color of the numbers, right? So this one is like, you can see it's like a yellow color. So you can basically try to apply flash freeze on her. You want to apply flash freeze by either using skill or you can use the double dash, right? So using skill, you can see now my sword turns into this ice form, and whenever I hit the enemy, it shows the blue numbers. So that means I'm doing ice damage. So her dash is going to be pretty insane. I think it's unique to her. So she has an ability right now. This is going to be the normal dash, but if you double tap that twice, on the PC you can basically right click twice, right? And then it's allowing her to enter this state where she can move around extremely fast. You can either, run away from the enemy. So what you can do is you can basically charge into the enemy and hold your attack button and do this to basically give you even more ice attacks, right? Her skill is very unique. She has 2 different conditions, right? So one is just the normal one, like that. And then you can basically spam this twice, which is kind of insane, alright? If you have enough energy, you can do that. Now Ellen Jo's ultimate is going to be the avalanche, and this is going to enable her to crash down from above, dealing massive ice damage. Now let's talk about her teams then. Ellen Jo right now does belong in the ice mono team, right? Now the truth is, right now, she is going to be the only ice attacker currently in the game, which does gives her an extra advantage right now if you are building a team alongside with Lycoan. Now Lycoan is a very good pair with Ellen Jo because it's going to enable the stun, alright, if you're trying to build up the ice anomaly. And alongside with that, Soukaku fits in the bill as an ice support for her as well. So these 3 is literally going to be the best team moving forward. Ellen Jo, Soukaku, and Lycoan. Now if you do not have Lycoan, I am aware that it's going to be quite hard to obtain him. You can perhaps use NB. Alright, NB is probably still going to be the second best one because you want a character that can help you build up stun. It's not going to be as good as Lycoan because Ice Mono Team is just extremely beneficial. But since NB is free, everyone is going to have access to her. It's going to be much easier for you to be able to do that. Now, how much are you actually missing, right? With Lycoan, you basically right here, you are missing out on this portion of his kit, which basically boosts ice damage even further. Now, when Lycoan charges basic attack to completion, the attack deals 40% increased days. When EX special attack or assist follow-up hits an enemy, the target's ice damage resistance decreased by 25% for 30 seconds. Now this portion of a kit is going to be extremely useful if you are building an ice mono team. If you are pushing into the late game, you're gonna try to improve your character, right? You're gonna improve your attack, your crit rate, your crit damage, and every other single damage sources. And those things are capped as much as you can go, right? You can only improve your own stats by so much, and this is where Lycoan comes in, just straight up debuffing the enemies, alright? It's going to make it easier, alright? That means your ice damage is going to increase by a ton if you have Ellen Jo in your team. This is going to be able to push your damage by a lot. You might not feel it early on, but in the late game, I assure you, this is going to be a big factor of why players are going to choose Lycoan to be the perfect synergy with Ellen Jo. Now, I am aware that you can't really pick your first S rank from the 50 pools, but later on, you will be able to select from this particular list right here. So if you guys are pulling for Elanjo, you can consider Lycoan to be the next one in the 300, right? So definitely you're gonna have the chance to get him eventually. Now you will be able to obtain Soukaku for free. If you guys are not aware, once you unlock the events in the game, you will basically get one copy of Soukaku later on when you can participate in the shield defense. Now with that all out of the way, what is Elanjo's best weapon? Obviously, if you guys are not aware, the W engine, the best one is going to be her exclusive one, which is the Deep Sea Visitor. Now this one is going to give you an insane amount of ice damage, 25% increase, and upon hitting an enemy, with the basic attack, Equiper's crit rate increased by 10%, and of course, you know, when dealing ice damage with dash attack, you basically get more crit rate as well. So this one is going to give you a bunch of crit rate, and as an attacker, you want to have that. Now, obviously, this is not going to be something that's easily attainable. I get it, right? If you are pulling for the character, or if you're getting the character, you might not have enough for the W engine or for this particular weapon. So in that case, what's going to be the second best one? Now, in this particular banner, alright, in the standard banner, if you look into the details, there's a few other S rank W engine that you can obtain, alright? The W engine from the standard banners. Now the Brimstone, this particular one, is going to be a decent one as well. If you don't have the Deep Sea Visitor, this is not going to be that far off. Upon hitting an enemy with basic attack, dash attack or dodge counter, alright, the Equiper's attack basically increased by 3.5%, alright, stack up to 8 times. So that's going to be quite insane. You basically get about 28% increase if you are able to stack this to a maximum effect. And the duration of each stack is calculated separately, but it's a very good W engine as well. If you are unable to get the Deep Sea Visitor, this is going to be the second best option. Now, if you're looking for a relatively budget-friendly A rank W engine, then the Cannon Rotor is going to be a pretty good one. So this one basically increase attack by 7.5%, and attacks that land a crit on an enemy will inflict additional 200% of attack as damage. I actually think this is going to be pretty good. Now this can only trigger once every 8 seconds, but if you're looking for a much more universal attack type W engine, this is going to be a decent one. Now the Starlight engine is also going to be pretty good. I feel like this one is going to give you the better damage ratio and has better uptime. However, you gotta be more skilled because it requires you to launch a dodge, counter or quick assist. Basically, when you do those things, it increases the Equiper's attack by 12% for 12 seconds. And it seems like this one doesn't have like a limitation of how long it can trigger once every how many seconds, right? So this one is probably going to be overall a more consistent one. You are required to land a dodge counter or quick assist though, so there's that to be taken into consideration. Now, if you're looking to equip the disc drive sets for Elanjo, or basically the relics equivalent of this game, right? So the best disc drive set for Elanjo is going to be the 4-piece Polar Metal, because this is going to give her ice damage boost by 10%, and then the 4-piece is going to increase damage of basic attack and dash attack by 20%. Alright, when any squad member inflicts freeze or shatter, this effect increases even more. So if you're running a full ice team with Elanjo, this one is very good for her. Now, since you can equip 6-piece, you're gonna go for 4-piece Polar Metal and 2-piece Woodpecker Electro. That's gonna increase the crit rate by 8%. So hopefully she can crit more often. This is going to give her the best damage output. Now the second best, maybe if you are going for a more universal team, let's say you don't really have an ice team, you can consider going for Puffer Electro 4-piece, where increase penetration ratio by 8%, ultimate damage increase, and the launching ultimate is going to increase your attack by 15%. Alright, that's going to last for 12 seconds. And then you can go for 2-piece Woodpecker Electro. So yeah, Elanjo is going to be a pretty interesting character moving forward. Highly recommend you guys to get her. She's a very strong character, definitely not to be trifled with. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys plan to get her or not, or have you guys obtained Elanjo? Do you guys think she's strong or she's broken in the meta right now? So yeah, with that being said, if you guys are interested to check out Zenless Zone Zero, feel free to use my download link in the description below or in the pinned comment as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.